how he can help you in various situations. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. Thank you for the invitation, Your Excellency. I will not repeat what my colleagues from the IR have said. They were more than clear in their explanation of the law. But you also have to be made very aware of a very particular situation that our law does not allow. Maltese law does not allow that an individual who is seeking employment is made to pay to get a job. You have the right to apply for a job, you have the right to be chosen for a job on your own merits, but you cannot be made to pay to get a job. Whoever receives money from you as employees to find you a job is committing a crime. You as employees are not, but who is forcing you to pay is committing a crime. So you have the right to inform the police that you are victims of this crime. The police will prosecute and you get your money back if the individual is found guilty. Do not be afraid of the police. If you are victims, you will be treated like victims and you have a lot of rights because our law so grants it. If during the course of your employment, your residency in Malta, you do need the services of the police and you do find a language barrier, you have the right to be provided with an interpreter free of charge. Whether you are testifying or whether you are the subject of a court case against you. Remember, you are individuals like all of us, like all the individuals who live on the island of Malta. If there is a language barrier, interpreters live on the island and we can help you all the same. It is not an issue. Just do not be afraid of the police. If you need legal advice, do not listen or what is being said on radio or television programs. Do not believe what is written as legal advice on TikTok, Facebook or Instagram. Find a lawyer, go to their office, sit down, explain the situation, and only then believe in the true legal advice. Whatever is written on social media does not amount to legal advice. As employees, you also have rights which emanate in terms of occupational health and safety legislation. Even there you have rights. You do not only have the right to be given the necessary protective equipment, you are obliged to wear your protective equipment that is given to you, but you also have the right to work in a safe working environment. For instance, a very simple example, just for you to keep in mind, sometimes it is taken for granted and mostly forgotten. If you are working in very hot conditions, if as a result of your employment and the heat of the employment, you are sweating a lot, your employer is obliged to provide you not only with free water, but also with the salts and alkalines to replace the bodily fluids that you have lost. Those are your rights. Ask for your rights. The website provided by the IR is very helpful. The website provided by the Occupational Health and Safety Authority is also extremely helpful. Just do not hold back. We are talking about your rights, which are reflective of your life. I believe that's all from my end.
Thank you so much, Dr. Arthur Ajpardi. Now, I you Advocate Mark Sultana from KB Law Firm.
Your Excellency, members of the staff, employers and employees, I would like to thank you for this invitation. I am not going to repeat what DIAR and Dr. Ajpardi has stated because they were very clear in their statement. But what I am going to say, given that I work in the field of immigration and I do relate a lot with Indian people and other foreigners living on the island, I'm going to mention some few points which are very crucial when we come to single work permits. It is very common, and I am finding it very common in my line of practice, that when you come to change employment and you inform your employer that you are going to change the employer, you are requested and you are obliged to ask for your termination letter. Do take a note of the date of the termination letter. Why? Because I found instances where your employment has been terminated either 1 month back, 2 months back, 3 months back, which then is going to affect you when you come to make the change of employment. You are very well aware that in nowadays there is this practice of the 10-day rule that you have to change your employer. However, with the migration policy that the government has introduced very recently, this is going to be increased to 60 days. So, although it is not a rule yet, make sure that when you ask for your termination letter, you will have your correct date of termination. And if you find that there is a discrepancy, you can contact a legal advisor, you can contact also the help of the DIER, where they can also guide you, or the legal advisor guide you to file a complaint within 10 days from the date of the termination notice to the National Employment Authority. You will file your complaint, you will submit with your complaint all the proof that you have worked till the very last day, and then it will be the decision of the National Employment Authority to change your termination letter, which that will help you to continue with the processing of the single work permit. When we come to the single work permit applications, you are all aware that at the moment it is in the hands of your employer. However, you need to provide your employer with the necessary paperwork that it is requested from you. Do not delay or hold back from providing the information. Otherwise, your employer will not be able to submit your application, and sometimes you do find end up in a situation where you are expired, your residence permit, your single permit is expired, and therefore you become considered as overstayers. And this is also a consequence that you have to request to the principal immigration officer to regularize your immigration position, and you all know that these things and these requests, they do take time, with the consequence that your overstay in Malta will grow, and the opportunity to be issued with another single work permit, it will be narrowed. So I do recommend you very much that in your termination, when you ask change of employer, or for example you went abroad and your single permit has expired, okay, and you would like to renew or reapply, do take note of at least the termination letter, the date of termination. Don't take everything for granted, don't take everything lightly in these circumstances, because otherwise you are going to face the consequences, and it is only you that you are going to face the consequence. Another issue which I would like to brief you on is, you are all workers, most of you have families living in India, and you all want to maybe bring your families in Malta. This is the family reunification. The legislation which implemented the Family Reunification Directive states that the practice is that your families has to be abroad to submit your application. However, there are circumstances where you can apply for your families to reunify with you, even when your families are already on the island. We are finding practice, and we are finding it also a little bit strange. The competent authorities in Malta, they are not accepting to process the application. So make sure that before you bring your families with the intention to reunify with you, submit the application while your families are abroad. Here we have to highlight as well with regards to your income. It is a common practice and it is not a secret that some of you are being asked to declare the minimum wage so you do not pay taxes. That is highly wrong. If your salary is X amount, do declare the X amount. Don't go for the minimum wage, because if you are going to apply for your families, you will not be eligible to bring your families because you do not reach one of the criteria. So if, for example, your employer will tell you, no, let's declare the minimum wage so you do not pay a lot of taxes so you will be able to send more money home. No, do not accept. If you are paying 1,500, you are getting paid 1,500. Do declare 1,500. Why? Because it is going to face, you are going to face the consequence if you would like to bring your families in Malta. Because with a minimum wage, you cannot reach the criteria. But if you, at least how it is the law today, the average wage, you need to also include the 20% of the average wage. So be careful what you declare and what you are being told and what you have on the paper. Don't do things just to tick the box. Do what is right. So in my field of expertise, I find it very difficult to defend someone when he is evading the what he is obliged to do. So I find it very difficult, although I do defend and I do go for the challenge, so to speak. But what if the authorities will come after you because you evaded tax? So if I take the opportunity from this meeting, this is very important meeting that the High Commissioner has organized. Disinformation sessions are very important. Do not be afraid to come forward. Speak to the competent authorities like the IAR or seeking legal advices, okay, from competent persons, and do what is right and how it should be. I think in this brief session, this is the most important that I had to tell you, and now I will leave if someone has the floor for questions.
Thank you so much, Advocate Mark Sultana.